So they can harass people and verbally harass and try to bully people with a weapon on their back. Can I do that?
No.
Aquí está el comité del Parque Chicano y yo soy parte del comité del Parque Chicano. De 3 y las juntas no son cortas. Específicamente si hay unas personas que deciden hablar poquito más y estamos aquí hasta las 5:30 casi siempre congelándonos. Entonces el comité del Parque Chicano pone muchas horas cada año.
Well, without the brown berets following me around with their little hatchets on their back, calling me names, it's kind of boring. What they don't understand is that I enjoy exposing them.
Ahora las muchachas tienen 27 años, entonces obviamente he tenido muchos años y la historia es algo bien importante porque tenemos que saber de dónde venimos.
I don't have anybody following me with swords on their backs. Times have changed in the last 10 minutes.
Tenemos un enlace histórico significado de esta tierra, de ese parque, de esos
The cops, these younger cops, they never met anybody like me before. I hope you're getting their faces. I think some of these younger cops, I think they're in completely over their head. That's what I think. I think they're poorly trained. I think they lack intellectual skills. And I think they just cave in like a wet sack. That's what I think.
Anything crazy?
Get good. That looks good, good, good. Hey, Sarge. You're so mellow. You're so mellow.
I'm always mellow.
I know you are. I know you are. You know, I had a bunch of brown berets following me with their little hatchets on their backs, yelling into a megaphone, saying I was a racist Minuteman gringo. I'm not welcome here. This is Oxlawn. We can do whatever we want. And I had to talk to 5 different officers. Finally ended up with Lieutenant Summers because the first 4 officers, I think, are intellectually unprofessional in terms of dealing with public disturbances.
How's that?
Because, well, to be perfectly honest with you, which I always am, I think that some of your younger officers are with the radical element.
And you base that on what?
Their reactions to me. When I asked them to tell the brown berets to stop following me, calling me names, and making racial insults with swords on the back, 4 out of 5 officers looked at me like I was from Mars for saying what I just said to you. And there were five guys behind me with hatchets on their back. Right at the time when they said it. And I got it on video. One officer said, I said, do they have weapons? I said, are they allowed to engage in personal insults and racial intimidation with a weapon displayed? He goes, they don't have a weapon. And as he was saying that, I was zoomed in on the hatchet on the guy's back behind me.
Well, how is that threatening? There guys carrying all kinds of stuff around here.
So I can carry a hatchet on my back, follow the Mexicans, tell them to get out of here, you're not welcome here.
I just contacted a guy with a hatchet.
So I can walk in here with a hatchet on my back, follow Mexicans with a bullhorn, telling them you're not welcome here, this is Chicago. Go home. I can do that? And you'll tell me that, well, that's no problem.
No, you have to carry. You have to address every situation on its own merit.
Your officers didn't address any of it. It wasn't until I got to Lieutenant Summers that it was dealt with. Just like last year. Too many of your young cops.
How was it dealt with?
I don't ask her because she's a lieutenant. I don't interrogate lieutenants. You know, I'm an ex-Marine. I don't do that. Anybody with brass calls their own shots. But I'm telling you, Sarge, some of your younger cops are not qualified to be here on patrol. I'm telling you, they're not qualified. I hate to break it to you. They need more training. They need more ethnic neutral police power training. And I know you know what I'm talking about. Because I know what I'm talking about. Skin color has nothing to do with police power. Any cop that thinks this guy needs to be fired.
You know, your conversation is confusing at best in that you go from one.
I don't believe that.
You fail to make a nexus from one topic to another topic to another topic.
Well, they try to keep up. I've been doing this a long time. I'm very experienced.
Me too.
Okay, then that's why.
35 years worth.
That's why I keep saying that I know goddamn well you know what I'm talking about.
Well,
I know you do.
I just need you to make the nexus for me.
Well, the nexus is this. I'm going to come to a public park in the United States anytime I feel like it.
Like you are now?
Yes. And any time that I am harassed personally, racially, or with a weapon displayed, I insist under the law for immediate police intervention and abatement.
And what law is that?
Okay, public intimidation with a weapon displayed is not against the law.
There is a law.
How's that for a nexus, Sarge?
Well,
you asked me to have a nexus.
Make the legal nexus for me.
I just did.
No, you just threw out a law.
Public and racial intimidation with a weapon displayed in a public park, with racial slurs being uttered.
Displaying a weapon in a threatening manner.
The machetes on their backs, surrounding me, telling me you don't belong.
Were there hands on the machetes?
No, on slings on their backs. Can I carry a hatchet on my back and walk up to Mexicans and tell them they don't belong here, they need to leave? Can I do that too? Yes or no, Sarge?
It depends.
Oh, it depends. Under what circumstances would I be able to do that?
Well, it's like you can't go into a crowd of Mexicans and start...
And tell them to get out of here, this is Chicago?
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's what they were doing to me. They were saying, this is Aztlan, you're not welcome here,
See,
get out.
You intentionally bring these things on yourself.
They were following me. How am I intentionally bringing it on myself if I'm in front of them and going the other way?
You can follow people. You can follow people. You do it all the time.
I don't follow anybody. I don't know anybody here.
I see you grab onto an individual and you film them for a while. You follow them. When you're done, you pick somebody else, you follow them, and you film them.
I'm making a video.
No,
but it's not personal. I'm not calling them names and telling them to get out of the park. I'm not brandishing a weapon on my body. I'm not engaging them in personal intimidation. I'm making a video.
Are you intimidated?
No, not at all.
Well, then it doesn't apply.
But you see, maybe you don't know what I'm all about.
What you're saying is that they're intimidating. You're not. You told me yourself. You've admitted you don't feel you're intimidated.
No.
So why are you accusing people of trying to intimidate you if you're not intimidated?
Just because I don't have the fear bone doesn't mean it's okay to do it. Just because I'm not a person who has fear of this kind of thing, it doesn't mean they're allowed to do it, Sarge. Okay, come on. These brown berets are going to have to learn. And they're going to learn.
What do you mean they have to learn?
They have to learn this is not their turf. They don't own this park. And the people are not going to be afraid of them just because they're carrying a machete on their back.
Well, who's afraid of them?
Well, then why are they carrying the machetes?
Who is afraid of them?
Apparently, probably a lot of people, if you ask me, if they're carrying machetes.
Well, name me one. Name me one person.
I don't know anybody here.
You make stuff up.
So am I making up that they're carrying machetes on their back?
No, you make up stuff like I'm afraid, they're afraid, but you can't give me one example.
I never said I was afraid.
So you're never afraid?
No.
You're never intimidated?
Nope.
So what's the issue?
If I was intimidated, I would have given up on you 10 minutes ago.
Well,
this guy here was calling me. What were you calling me in Spanish? An asshole about 15 minutes ago?
Well, where's his machete?
No, he walked up to me. He goes, "Pinche gringo," like that. And he's in a uniform. What is that? What is with these people?
That may be a uniform. It has nothing to do with officialness.
Public intimidation.
But you just told me you're not intimidated.
Not me.
So If they're not intimidating you, how can it be intimidation?
It's public intimidation as an act.